Hello everyone, myself Juveria Siddiqa, lecturer in zoology, Government Degree College, MVS, Mahbub Nagar. And now in this session I am going to discuss about the vectors, different types of vector, which is again the continue part of the last two sessions. This is the third video or the third module 3 of from the animal biotechnology, continue part of the vectors or the what are the different types of the vectors which we are going to use in the doing experiments in the base on the base of animal biotechnology. So just I want to review for this in this type of the vectors. First, in the first session we are I discussed about the like what is the definition and what are the different types of the vectors, like the these are the like vehicular transporters which we can use for the transport the organisms desired character from the one individuals to the another individuals. If you want to grow such different types of characters from the one individual to the another individuals, where we want to express that type of characters like the gene color, the body color, the color of fur, the color of retina, the hair color, or any different character if you want to show or if you want to express in the desired type of animal, we use this type of the vectors. Why? Because this has the only capacity that it could be self-replicate and it has shows the more copying number, that is the vectors as it is present in the bacteria cells or the viruses and the bacteria. This has the capacity to produce more in number or to replicate in the number or show the high amount of amplification in the sense that it increase in the more and more number in the very much short duration of the time. And we discuss about that what are the characters it should be a basic and ideal vector, and then what is the general characters or the general structure of an vector. That vector consists of what are the sites for the show these properties like the origin of replication and the selectable markers, and what are the different types of vectors like prokaryotes. In the prokaryote individuals, what is the vector, which organ act as the vector, and in the eukaryotes which organ is act as a vector, we discuss. Like these are some of the types are also mentioning here, like the plasmids and bacteriophages and phagmids and plasmid vector, phasmid vectors and the cosmids. So these are the list of some vectors which we use for the animal biotechnology. And then like PBR, we discuss about PBR in the last session and what is the structure of a PBR, advantages, disadvantages, what is the how many copies it is produced, like 1000 to the 3000 amount of copy by the PBR. And puck vector, that is a PUC vector, the puck vector, it also produce 500 to 600 copies and it is present in the each every cell. And then what are the phasmids? Phasmid vector, it shows the 40 kilobase pairs. And bacteriophage derived vectors, that is the derived from the bacteriophages. Bacteriophages are nothing but these are the viruses. Phage in the sense these are the viruses which depend on the bacteria, they attack the bacteria. So these are the bacteriophages, and we can take the example for these bacteriophages are the lambda phage vector and bacteriophage M13 vector. These are very much two highly demand type of lambda phage vectors and the bacteriophage vectors, which is more preferable for this animal biotechnology. And what is the types of lambda phage vectors? Like this is a insertion type. Here two types are there. One is like insertion, we are using this vector for the insertion of some desired genes. Desired genes in the sense what are the characters which we want to improve or which we want to grow, which we want to see the expression into the next individual. And then the lambda replacement, here the replacement of some characters. If you does not want to show any type of character, we can replace from the DNA strand which is the desired strand. We can cut and that remove that part by using the restriction enzymes. If you don't want to do that, if you want to replace in any DNA strand any character, then what we can do, we are just using some like molecular scissors, like some endonucleases or some another type of exonucleases. By this we can cut the type of DNA strand and then insert the another type of the desired characters, and it is replaced, or in the sense, in the case of some diseases also, in the treatment of like cancer or some oncogenes, if you don't want to create such type of cells, then if you want to replace, then we can use this replace type of the vectors. And after that, now the cosmate vectors, as the cosmate vectors, the specialty for the cosmate vectors, that it consists of cos site and origin of replication and ampicillin, that is a selectable marker. And here also some of the advantages and what are the disadvantages are there, that is the regarding to the, and very much high advantage, or we can say that good quality of this cosmate, that it is useful for the construction of genomic libraries. Genomic libraries in the sense, the sum of the genes of an organism. If an organism, how many number of genes are there, that is called as the genomic libraries. Okay. And then after that, Fajmit vectors. After the cos vectors, the another type of the vector is a Fajmits vectors. Fajmits are like phage from the M13. It is also like hybrid type of. It is a combination between the two types of vectors. That is a combination between the phage from the M13 bacteriophage and mid from the plasmid. It is a combination between plasmid and the bacteriophage. See, it is showing the combination between phage. The word phage is come from the bacteriophage and the word mid come from the plasmid. So this is like a hybrid variety. This is a hybrid type of vector which shows the two type of different vectors like the plasmid and the bacteriophage, and it show the both the characters regarding from these two different types of the vectors. In the name itself, we can see that Fajmids, in the sense phage from the bacteriophage and the mid from the plasmid. It show the both the characters, and the copy number, how many base pairs are there, it consists of like approximately the 1500 base pairs. It show the 1500 base pairs. And what are the construction units? What a Fajmids consist of? A Fajmid consist of, again, the origin of replication. See, one by one we can see here. Origin of replication, this is a core component of any vector. This is a basic component. We can say that it is a very much important basic character of each and every vector. And then lag Z, this is a regulating unit. We know like this, lag Z gene, and multiple cloning sites. Multiple cloning sites, not only one or two, it consists of so many cloning sites. And origin of replication again, and ampicillin resistance gene, this is a very much important thing, and it shows the ampicillin resistance gene. If you want to grow any individual in the ampicillin medium, in the ampicillin culture medium, then the growing vector has the capacity to overcome or to grow into that ampicillin medium, and it can be fight or it can be grow in that medium by the presence of this resistance gene. That resistance gene is called as the ampicillin resistance gene. So what are the construction units basically? Origin of replication, lag Z gene, multiple cloning sites, and then ampicillin resistance gene. And then uses of Fajmids. What are the uses of these Fajmids? Used as a cloning vector. First of all, it is used as a cloning vector. Sequence in the vectors expression vector. Okay, it is used both as like cloning vector and the expression vector. I think you people, if you remember or if you see my last video, that there I mentioned about the two types of vectors, like the cloning vector, this is the one, and expression vector, this is the second type of vector. So this is like combined vector, means it is showing the both the characteristics of bacteriophages and the characteristics of plasmids. So it is consist of like cloning vector, we can use it for the cloning purpose, and at the same time we also use for the expression vector, we can use for the expression of any desired characters. And then advantages of the phage mates. What are the advantages? It can be used to provide the singular double-stranded material without any recloning. So here we can see that we can use to provide singular double-stranded material without any recloning. So there is not a condition that a strand should be double strand. So it can be used in the both the cases. We can use both the type of strands, like it may be single type of a single stranded DNA, or it can be used as a double stranded DNA molecule. And this is after the phage mate vectors. Phasmid vectors. This is the another type. These are truly plasmid with phage genes. These are linear duplex DNA whose ends are lambda segment that contains all the genes. Both the lambda and plasmid replication functions are intact. It is also like the combination of plasmid and the phasmid, in the sense it is also the combination, it is like a truly plasmid with phage genes. Okay, it is a plasmid but it carries the phage genes like the bacteriophage genes. So hybrid type of the vector, and it also show the lambda. Okay, it also shows the lambda segments which consist of genes. If it is present of lambda, means automatically it is like a bacteriophage type of the vector or the phage type of vector. So till now we discuss about the different types of prokaryotic vectors, as it is seen into like plasmids and the phagemids and the phasmids and the cosmids. So these are the different types of the bacteriophages vectors we can see in the prokaryote individuals. And then in the eukaryotes, how can be extracted from the eukaryotes, and what are the type of the vectors which are present in the eukaryotic type of individuals. So here in the eukaryotic vectors, that is the yeast, animal and the plant vectors are considered as a eukaryotic vector, or we can say except this, except the yeast, animals and the plants, the remaining are the prokaryotes. Whatever the present in the plants, animals and the yeast, those are called as the eukaryote vectors. Yeast vectors. Now one by one, if we talk about the yeast vector or we discuss about the eukaryotic vectors, yeast plays very important role in the brewing and the bread making. As we know, it is useful for the fermentation by making the beverages. It can be used in the pharmaceuticals also from the cloned genes. General construction of yeast vector. What are the components which are present in a yeast vector? All of them contains unit target site. Here the unique means each species consists of a particular or unique, separate, specify, we can say like this, specify type of the target site. So that is contains in the yeast vector. And number of restriction endonucleases. How many endonucleases number is there? Like restriction enzyme, where the restriction enzyme come and cut at that region. And it consists of high copy number. The more number of copy means the presence of how many number it is present in a cell. Employ markers. Whatever the markers are there, again the selectable markers like that ampicillin and tetracycline, Okay, the types of yeast vectors. It can be divided into three types: yeast cloning vectors, yeast expression vectors, yeast artificial chromosome, or short form it is called as the YAC vector. Yeast cloning vector, as we know, that is the vectors are act as like two types. One is the cloning purpose, we use for that cloning, in the sense make the Xerox copies. Expression vector, after the formation which is present in the another individual, we show the total characters which we want, the desired characters, then it could be going to express. When it is start their expression, again it has to be amplify the number, then we using the same vector, that is called as the expression vector. Artificial chromosome vector. So in this session, and for this session we discuss about the what are the different types of cloning vectors are there. So here also which is present in the eukaryotes. In the eukaryotes, basically it is consist of like YAC vector, which is a very much familiar and which is the useful type of the vector is there. And other than that, in the previous classes also we discuss about the what are the phase mid vectors and fast mid vectors. In each and every vector, the total basic concept or what is the basic phenomena behind this formation of each and every or the development of vectors is that making the copies, making the similar copies of the desired genes. If we want to make the more number of copies, then it is act as a cloning vector. After the cloning, then if we get the desired characters and we want to show the expression how it is working, then that is called as the expression vectors. So vectors are act as a two types. One is the cloning vector, another one is act as a expression vectors. So in this total module, we come to know that what is the definition for a vector, why the importance of a vector, what is the major role of a vector in the cloning or in the field of animal biotechnology. These are the like transporters, or these are the carriers, these are the receivers from the they may be transferred the information from the one individual, and that information could be transported to the another individual. By this we can come to the conclude that in this session. Thank you for listening.